Tom Birkinshaw, who could not be here today, but he is with us in spirit, and here we go. Bruce and Debbie fell in love some 40-odd years ago. I remember how excited Debbie would become all day long in preparation and anticipation of an evening date with Bruce. And I also remember being somewhat of a pest to her, too. I was not, however, trying to be a pest in the sense that most brothers are towards their sisters, but rather an obligation on my part to help protect her from the world as I understood it in my 12-year-old mind.
He really did that, too.
I have always been very fond of my little big sister. She has shown me how music and love and laughter are so important to our souls and in our lives. I have done my best to see that no harm comes to her now, then, or ever. I have clear memories of Bruce coming to our door in suit and tie, with flowers in hand, to court Debbie. I distinctly remember how they looked in each other's eyes, seeing love and adoration flowing between them, and thinking to myself, this bad man is going to take my sister away from me. As I mentioned before, I was young, selfish, and very protective. I have only very recently discovered how errant my assessment of Bruce was. But their life together was not to be, at least for the time being, because you see, God has a plan. We are all a part of his plan. It was part of his plan to send those two kids to school, to work hard and train and build skills and experience, and then send them to opposite ends of the continent to apply these acquired skills and experience, along with all of their love and compassion, to some of God's other children who so desperately needed their help, which they have both provided with unceasing tenacity. It was part of God's plan to have Debbie settle for a while in Northern California so that we Birkinshaws could have the best family Thanksgiving dinner ever at her home. We all converged at her house Thanksgiving week in 1996. Turkey was cooking. Debbie was in the kitchen trying to cook a meal big enough for what looked like about 300 people. And we all realized we didn't have enough dishes to serve everyone, so we all rallied and put out our points north, east, south, and west to gather pots, pans, plates, bowls, trays, silverware, cups, glasses, etc., and had a grand Thanksgiving meal together at Deborah's loving home. Afterwards, we all went downtown to see the new Star Trek movie. I will never forget this wonderful time I had with my family. It was also part of God's plan to have Debbie close by so she could help and comfort our mom during her last days on this planet with us. For this, I am eternally grateful to God and to my sister Deborah. And if it weren't for God's plan, we would not have those two fine young gentlemen, Josh and Zach, with us today. So yes, his plan is in play at all times, always for the good of his children. I recently had the pleasure of having an evening conversation after dinner at my home with Bruce and Debbie. I came away after this rather intense conversation completely convinced that these two are true soulmates, loving, caring to each other, and to all within their reach. They are as one. I know and recognize this rare occurrence as I've experienced myself through my marriage with my sweet Cindy. It is a true gift from God. So now God's plan is coming around full swing. He has brought these two wonderful people back together after all these years, not only to reaffirm their love and dedication for each other in a ceremony held before Him, but also to create a safe and loving environment for that most beautiful and intelligent little lady, Malia. She is neither a task nor an endeavor, but a blessing from our Lord to our diverse and growing family. So, I propose a toast. My brother, Tom, proposes a toast. May God bless this new family with all of his grace and love, and may Deborah and Bruce be as happy and full of joy and love as we all are today for the rest of their lives together as one. Cheers.
Yeah.
I'll get mine.
Here, bud. Here you go.